we start talking about torquing, something I always think about is a nice electrical, a motor vehicle engine. When you start working on that and you start putting your valves and everything in that vehicle, you've got a torque wrench and you're torquing those to a specific value, because if you don't, your motor is not going to last as long. And that's the same thing that happens here with electrical connections. If we don't torque things properly to what the manufacturers tell us to do, we're not going to get the results that we want. Here's just an example of what I've seen over the years, and I'm going to show you what happens typically with the electrician. Keith will tell you what typically happens with somebody, but a lot of times they'll open this box. This is from Passing Seymour LeGrand. They'll get this receptacle out of this box, and I've seen this so many times by electricians. The box just gets tossed. The information in that box, manufacturer's information, is gone. And what Keith's showing you here is, as an installer, that information that comes with that device here is critical to a safe installation of that device. It's going to have torquing information on it. It's going to have all sorts of information that you should read. Now, should you do that every time? I mean, if you open one box and read it, and you're plugging a house or putting receptacles in a facility, you probably know what you need to know, but at least look at it one time and figure out what you're supposed to do. And that's what we're talking about, and making sure you look at that information.
There's 3 examples on the board there of tools that are capable of calibration and capable of achieving a numeric value. And most equipment, receptacles, overcurrent devices, lugs in a panel board, things like that, all of that equipment, the manufacturer is going to mark either on that piece of equipment or in that piece of equipment somewhere the actual torquing values. Overcurrent device from Siemens right here. Jody and I were looking at these before we started the webinar, and right here, right there by the lugs on this particular overcurrent device, the manufacturer has put the pounds per square inch that needs to be achieved when you tighten up these, when you put a conductor under these lugs right here and tighten up this screw right here. And the manufacturer gives you the 25 pounds per square inch here is marked right on this particular overcurrent device here. So a lot of your equipment will have stuff like that marked on it as far as those numeric values that are required. And when we say manufacturer's specifications, we're not talking manufacturer's recommendations. We're talking specifications to where, in other words, when Siemens got this overcurrent device right here listed, when they got their listing on from a third-party testing agency, UL or Intertech or whoever, when they got this particular piece of equipment listed, that was part of the listing of this particular piece of equipment, was that torquing value that has to be achieved. So it's more than a manufacturer's recommendation. It's manufacturer's specifications to meet their listing requirements.